should be getting ready. Should be loading up.
You have screen share too, if you
yeah,
can. If you can.
Let me get like Z collection open first.
Excuse me.
Let me get that. Alright, that should be working. Nope, don't wanna. Okay, we're. Yeah, we're dead. Whoa. Oh yeah, this game's loud. I forgot. There you go.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. Sorry.
Alrighty, hey folks, and welcome once again to our official Get Me Off the Moon live stream. As always, I am Skybane0, your host, and in the co-pilot seat here is
Yoshader, aka I'm too tired for AKs today, but I got just enough energy to play some Mega Man, so let's do that instead.
Yeah, it's another one of those days, guys, where Josh is just coming home from work to do things late again.
Yeah. Okay, can you see the screen on the screen share?
I can.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me close that window. Okay. So I got. Oops. That going on.
Alright.
Okay.
But do you want to inform our viewers as to what they're going to be doing here?
Yeah. Get some Mountain Dew. No, I need some. I don't know. I don't even have any water. I'm just running off nothing over here. I've been
come into the conversation.
because your MC said get some Mountain Dew in the comments.
Oh, I gotta pop open the chat.
I have it on the
yeah,
screen share. It's right there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Let's go find that then, eh?
You see it? You should
I
be able to
see the game screen. Well, let me zoom in.
Oh, maybe it's still in the wrong window.
Yeah, I only see the game screen here. I mean, it's not a big deal. I could just pop open the chat on a browser.
Okay, then do that then.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, that's how you do different screens. Okay, now you can see it, right? On the screen share? Should be able to see both.
Okay, now I can. Hey, good.
Okay, good. I figured out how to do different screens on Discord.
Well, this is preferable, because now I don't have to reload the whole chat and potentially miss comments.
There you go. See? It's all part of my master planning.
Very good, very good.
And being good and great at everything.
Yeah, Zero Amnesty is here, ain't he?
Yep.
Hey, guys, and everyone else for that matter. Hey, Lino Bro, Fluga, and everyone else who hasn't bothered to type anything in the chat yet, but who may still be watching.
Yeah, okay, so anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Mega Man 7. Don't tell me you didn't remember. Okay, hold on.
Okay, and you want to detail why you're going into Mega Man 7 right now?
Well, hold on, unless it didn't save anything, which maybe
it didn't. That would be nice.
Well,
I guess I could teach you the information. Josh was recently watching AGDQ in one of their playthroughs of Mega Man 7, and he was, as I understand it, quite substantially impressed by some of the techniques that they employed in their runs. And as I further understand it, he wants to try his hand at emulating those techniques that he saw, and that's why we're playing Mega Man 7 right now. Yeah. Via the Legacy Collection 2, of course.
Okay, I guess we only did 2 on 7. I thought we did at least 3. Okay, that's alright.
Okay, I mean, it's a start of some sort.
Quiet, Otto. Alright. Okay, well, it's okay. That's fine. Because at least we don't have to start all the way over, so I could do this really quick.
Yeah, nice. And just to be clear, we are going to be, I should hope anyway, playing through the Mega Man 10 DLC stages, in addition to this later on.
Yeah, so I'm going to try it out.
Don't get to see, yeah, I apologize for not being on Discord very much. It's, I find myself occupied with things all the time, and, you know, in addition to the fact that my computer doesn't have a whole lot of memory on it, and I kind of have to pick and choose what I want it on, what I want on it nowadays. It's, you know, it's, I have a hard time. Yeah, I know, it sounds really bad, and it's probably worse than it actually is. Or what, if that makes any sense. Yeah. But, yeah, you know, it's more just the fact that I'm having a hard time finding time to do this kind of stuff. And that's one of the reasons I think why you don't really see me posting on Get Me Off the Moon a whole lot these days. You know, I still hope to contribute when I have more time on my hands, but suffice to say that time is not now. So, again, I apologize for not being on Discord or just on Get Me Off the Moon at all a whole lot recently, but rest assured I am still very fond of the page, and I'm not angry at anyone. Yes.
Just me. Don't worry, I'll say something about Battle Network and I'll get him really mad.
I was very impressed with Josh, who a day or two ago, he made a post on the page about Battle Network. And for a moment, I was contemplating the possibility that someone had hacked his account. And, you know, some Battle Network fan had hacked his account and started posting about stuff on there. But I've been led to understand that wasn't the case. Really, guys, you ought to record that event in history. Because it's not often you'll see Josh talking about Battle Network or anything Battle Network in a favorable light. I'm actually really compelled to ask him now, because I didn't ask him back then when I first noticed it. What got into him posting about that sort of stuff? Josh, did by any chance you replay the series and found something very worth honoring in there?
Nope.
Yeah?
Just a completionist made a video about it, and I was like, I could share this.
Okay, well, the completionist, as I understand, is a cool guy, so...
Yeah, that's not part of the speedrun. So, like, apparently, other than the speedrun... Hold on, if I could do it right. So, like, when you hit him in his weakness, if you, like... You can, like, hit him with, like, the up and down part, too. Keep... Yep. I'm trying to remember I, like, did it. Man, I don't know how they did it. I already killed him anyway. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like when you hit him and, like, you know, when you hit something and the bolt goes up and down, it's like you can hit him with that too. And it does like more damage or something. But that's not the cool stuff I want to show off. There was some cool stuff I think I can do. Like a lot of like Shademan's, or not Shademan's. It was, well no, Shademan's weapon and Springman's weapon in the speedrun is like really useful. I didn't realize how useful it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was with Shademan's weapon, but I recall you telling me at one other point that you got a one-hit kill technique off one of the bosses in this game before.
Yeah, you can do that to the car guy. I always keep forgetting his name, Nitro Man. But then watching the speedrun, I also learned you can also do it to Springman, which I did not know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, I keep doing that. I don't know why.
You gotta love Otto's store here. Sometimes you don't even know it exists, and other times you find it completely by accident.
Oh, and then also I learned that the danger rep can do something else. Watch, I'll show it off. I'll show it off really quick here.
Oh yeah, what's that all about?
So, where is it? So it can do that, everyone knows that, but you can also do that. You don't have to put it in a bubble. Yeah. I didn't know that. I was like, wait, how the heck are they doing that? I've like, never seen that before. So, I didn't get the jump right there.
Hey, that idiot you hate. Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
And, I feel so weird saying that.
I don't. I find it pretty fitting.
So nice to see. It's so nice to see you again, you idiot that I hate.
You big dummy. That's what I'd say.
Fluke is thinking about doing a review series, and Zero Amnesty saying that he'd like to do a Legends retrospective. Oh, that would be awesome. You know, I love those kinds of videos. Just any video, I suppose, watch that I get to listen to fans ranting about a series I love. Or not so ranting, but, you know, talking about it passionately. I think those videos are awesome. You know? I mean, you see all those videos around where people are just taking the opportunity to rant about a series that they hate, but it's not very often, or at least not as often, that you see people talking about games that they love. And, you know, rather than, you know, putting the spotlight on problems, you know, just putting the spotlight on things that games did right. And, yeah, I always admire that in people, those people who can see things from a, I don't know, I guess a more positive outlook on games. It seems to me too many videos these days are oriented around, you know, getting views via the hate factor. And, you know, I think there comes a point where you kind of have to curtail your behavior on that front.
I guess I'll get the adapter, even though I don't really need it, but it's cool. It's also just easier to be negative. There we go.
Yeah, it's true. You know, I think we're all kind of inclined to, you know, toward negative behavior. Not so much for the sake of negativity, but also just because we find it funny. You know, it's a lot harder to laugh about things that we find positive, I suppose.
Alright. Oh, look at that. This is also part of the sprint strat now.
Oh, was getting rush hit by that enemy part of the strategy?
Yes. Some weird strategies that I'm making up for it.
Look at this saying, that rush coil technique is stolen!
Shh. Alright. Ah, just want to get... There, I need to do... This is not part
Lucas
of the
saying, you didn't know how to access Auto Shop on the PS4 version at first. Yeah, it can be... It's one of those really obscure things because it's, the shop, or at least in the versions that I played of Mega Man 7, the way you access the shop is assigned to a really obscure button. You know, I think in the Anniversary Collection, which was the version that I played Mega Man 7 on for the first time, which I know that's not exactly a good idea because they cut a lot of stuff out of that version, but on the Anniversary Collection, I believe you access the Auto Shop by the select button. And I mean, who presses the select button? So yeah, I'm kind of shocked myself that I found it, because I'm never inclined to hit the select button.
There we go. Okay, I went a little too far. Come on. There we go.
Wow, touchpad on PS4? Oh man, that's worse. SNES and Anniversary were select. Okay, so the SNES was like that too, eh? Wow. Gosh. I mean, I guess you can make an argument to say that, I mean, what other button would you press logically that would take you to the shop? And select, I suppose, would be preferable, I suppose. Just, I don't know.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, no,
I
mean, it's a thing. No. Oh dear, yeah, you should utilize that feature.
Oh, no, you don't.
But yeah, it's just so odd that that menu is allocated to the select button.
Wow, what the? I hit the button. That was interesting.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this previously, but when last time we played Mega Man 7, but Chillman, this is Chillman. No, Chillman is in Mega Man. Oh, gosh, I did it again. I think I did that last stream too. This is who again?
Mean Man. It's very mean.
Gosh, I can't remember. Freeze Man. That's his
Freeze
name.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah. The last time we played this, I said, you know, I was watching, what was his name? That Mr. Perfect Runner. Ro Mithro, that was it. Yeah, I was watching him play through Freeze Man stage a while back, and the strategies that he employed to get around Freeze Man without taking a hit, they were crazy, you know? And I recall him saying that one of the hardest things about this fight is that you have so much to pay attention to. You know, like, there's some things coming from the ceiling, Freeze Man shooting stuff out, you know, there's stuff coming from the floor. It's just so much crap everywhere that you have to be heedful about, and it just makes it a lot more difficult to dodge everything. So yeah, it's a crazy fight when you see it done perfectly.
Come on. If I were to speedrun this game, I think this like little cutscenes would be the only thing that drive me crazy.
Rome has perfect run the Robot Masters and Mega Man Base as Mega Man. Oh yeah, well, I don't hesitate to say that I can actually do that as well. Mega Man and Base is like it's my favorite classic game, and that being the case, I've gone through it a ton of times. Like, you know, and the fact that it's portable, I played it on the GBA version. The fact that it's portable also increased its replayability as far as I was concerned. So yeah, you know, I can beat a lot of the bosses in Mega Man and Base with Mega Man and not taking a hit as well, just because I played the crap out of them. Oh, Mega Man X6 is a whole nother can of worms. Gosh, good luck there. Okay, yeah, Mega Man X6 is one of those games that's just like a bullet hell, I think. There's just so much crap being thrown at you at all times, either in both in the stages and with the bosses. Oh gosh, like whenever I think of Mega Man 6, the image that comes into my mind is all these missiles, all these enemies coming at me from different angles. Also, good job, Josh.
Yeah, see, dropping the mines, that's what makes that fight so much easier.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
So I don't know, I'd always managed to do it pretty easily with the floating mines. I never tried it with the...
Yeah. Because it just keeps stacking on them. Just...
Oh, yeah, so they get rid of themselves quicker. Oh,
yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yep, see? Okay, and then they did... Yeah, they did Shade Man next. Oh, I didn't hit the Ghosts and Goblins button. We're just gonna hear regular Shade Man.
Okay.
Well, last time we played 7, we did Ghosts and Goblins, so...
Okay, so you managed to do it correctly then. See, every time I play through this game, I try to execute the, you know, the Ghosts and Goblins theme from memory. I try to input that code from memory. Okay, is it B? Okay, maybe that's it. I'm always pressing, like, the affirm button, which I don't remember. I think I'm always pressing X on the Anniversary Collection, but, I guess that's not the right button. I kind of like this theme better, though.
Yeah, they're both pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really? Go away.
Wow, Lucas saying, I eventually got so good I could beat X6 on Extreme. That is crazy. Yeah, see, I don't think well, with the exception of Mega Man 2, which had a hard mode that was essentially normal mode in the English version, I have not actually explored many of the Mega Man games on harder difficulties. Oh, actually, Mega Man ZX is like the only exception to that rule, I think. I played both ZX and ZX Advent on hard difficulty, but those were like the only games. Any of the other games on the harder difficulties I didn't really experiment with. Now the game I was least inclined to experiment with on harder difficulty was Mega Man 0, and I think I've went into before exactly why that was. Yeah, it was just essentially because it felt like artificial difficulty to me, you know? I mean, you see, the ideal hard mode, in my opinion, is that which ups the power of the bosses and leaves you completely the same, or just, you know, or it just takes down your health or something. Like, the damage you can take is increased. That's my idea of an ideal hard mode. Now, my idea of a non-ideal hard mode is one that just makes you completely weak, and, you know, maybe upping the power of the bosses, but not really doing a whole lot to keep them unique and, you know, make their patterns a bit more unique, I suppose. But yeah, Mega Man 0 was just, I felt, boring on hard mode. You know, because you had so many of your skills that were fun were taken away from you. You know, you didn't have the combos, didn't have the EX skills, didn't have the charge shots as far as your Buster and Saber were concerned. And yeah, it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel very fun to me. So, for those of you who are aware, I've never played, like, the X games on the harder difficulty modes. What are those like? Are they, you know, any better than Zero's hard mode?
Oh, he says darn, doesn't say damn in this one. He's a good boy in this one. Good job, Base. You did it.
Yeah, you didn't do the secret.
Yeah, I know, and I forgot where Proto Man is. I always do that. I think you have to take the other route.
Well, there are bonuses, you know, regardless of which way you go.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you went Proto Man's direction, you wouldn't have been able to get the energy balancer from the Wily picture back there.
Yeah.
Base is an edgelord here.
Come on, pack.
So they changed that, yes, yet they didn't fix the Willy typo.
It just seemed more important. Alright, one more hit. Come on. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Gosh. You know, this guy's weak to the rush adapter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It does a crazy amount of damage to him.
Okay, and then... Which ones they do next? I think they do... It's either Springman or Slashman, I can't forget, but we can do a cool one-hit kill on Springman, so let's try to do that one first.
Is that where their weakness? Or just a buster?
Yeah. No, that's using the Noise Crush.
Okay.
So according to the speed run during AGDQ, the possible bosses you can do it on are on the car guy, I can never remember his name, Springman and Cloudman, but if you do it on Cloudman, the lightning bolt that's supposed to hit him at the beginning like goes through the floor and freezes the game.
Oh wow.
And I keep going to auto shop. I keep hitting start, I don't know why. What game have I been playing where I hit start all the time? I don't know, but I just keep doing it.
Zero Amnesty is saying, you want to fight your main, Josh?
Oh, I'm fighting my main. Springman! Come on.
Gotta love those cannons. They always manage to hit you somehow.
Oh yeah, so... hold on, I'll get to a safer spot.
So I have to ask Josh, do you make it a point to get the rush adapter when you play through this game?
Yeah, usually.
Okay.
I need to kill this guy, he's not being very nice.
See, if you didn't, I would be inclined to ask you how you got around base when you fought him.
I'm trying to remember what they do in the speed run.
Okay, so the speed run they don't get...
Well, the 80% one, they don't get it.
Okay, huh. That must be inconvenient.
Right, that. Springman. Ah, whatever. Oh.
Wait, what? Zero Amnesty, I don't see how that can be. This was before Mega Man 8. Okay, well, here's a challenge, Josh. Try to find Astro Man in this stage.
What?
I don't get it either. Oh, is that X's helmet? Oh no, that's... Well...
That's classics, isn't it?
I see the curve on the forehead leads me to think otherwise. X's helmet has a sharper curve, to the point where it almost looks like he's frowning.
Oh, is that Astro Man right there? The little UFO? The little UFO right there?
Where's that?
Or that one right there?
Oh. Wait, that
Those
can't...
two?
That doesn't look like Astro Man.
It is now.
Astro Man can't turn himself into a UFO. You're thinking of Galaxy Man.
Oh.
Well, maybe... gosh, I think we found something else then, didn't we? Guys, we found Galaxy Man in Mega Man 7 before he even existed.
He's right there. He's right below me. That's him right there.
Wow, Astro Man, you look a bit different today.
Yep. He's a Pinocchio right now.
Leader saying, I don't believe you. Sprite layering at its finest? Okay, I'm literally confounded now.
It's like, in Master Blaster. Ah. Come on. There we go.
This is where I would hope to have the adapter.
Yeah, but we got it. Or, nah, have to wait.
Nice.
Oh.
Here's where I would also hope to have the adapter. Nice, good show. Zero Amnesty saying, I'm not joshing you.
Oh, that's it, you're banned.
It's been a while since I made that joke. I'm gonna have to step up my game.
Dang it. Whatever. Alright, there we go.
Good show.
This dummy. Alright, whatever. Okay, so we have to switch to the noise crusher. Oh, and by the way, or can I do it in here? Okay, yeah. So you know when it bounces off the wall, you get charged, but if you shoot it and slide into it, you can also do it. I guess it's... I can't do it. I'm not as good, but... Anyway, I could probably do
Okay, Zero Amnesty, since we got through the stage without seeing a hide nor hair of Astro Man, I think you're gonna have to present that proof.
Nope. Hold on. We're gonna get this kill.
Yeah, okay. You got nothing. Oh gosh. I am very curious myself to see if you can actually present this evidence.
Nope.
Okay, come on. Ah, you didn't get it. So what is this, like a one-frame thing or what?
Yeah, it's like you have like a tiny bit. Like you have to move first, and then you like that.
Nice.
Yeah. You have to move first,
Sweet.
and then shoot your weapon, and then watch when he goes right here. He's
nice.
He looks like just
great.
as confused.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job. You got that quicker than I expected.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh, can you check out that link?
Oh, okay. Just gonna stop everything really quick to look at it, I guess. While that's loading, just we'll hear these two dingles talk about what a thing does. Yes, but remember to charge the coils to make them jump higher. You got wild coil. Oh boy. Wait, this is tiny. What is this, a gift for ants? I can't even see anything on this. This is like 3x4. Like, I can't see anything on this. I think you need to send me a better picture, because I can't see anything. Okay, I'm really bad at Slash, man. Ugh, excuse me. Whatever. Oh yeah, they don't even use the dinosaur. They just do rush shit the whole time. Bye bye.
That works.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I forgot about that
guess
though.
That's why you.
No, yeah,
do
no.
that.
It's I remember what you're supposed to do. So it's like when Rush gets hit, like it ends, but if Mega Man gets hit, Rush is invincible.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't get knocked.
Oh,
out.
Black Ryu was saying that Zero Rams, he was pointing at the stuff in the background that we were pointing out earlier. The Galaxy Man stuff.
Oh, so we were right, like always, because we're always right around here. Ah, whatever.
Hmm.
Okay, so...
I mean, why wouldn't you call that Galaxy Man? Looks way more like Galaxy Man than Astro Man. Refresh my memory, folks. Astro Man doesn't turn into... Oh, dang it. Astro Man doesn't turn into a UFO, does he? Like, I think he can hide his head into that little orb thing that he's positioned on, but I don't think he can turn himself into a UFO. Or maybe the UFO wasn't the object in question that was that resembled Astro Man. I don't know. Okay, yeah, he doesn't turn himself into a UFO. Well, I guess we can rest assured in the knowledge that we at least noticed Galaxy Man in that picture.
Oh, there we go. Mission accomplished. Alright, I'm gonna try it one more time. And there I go. Okay. Good enough for me. I'll have to see how they do this part again. I ended up watching it twice, but I forgot. Okay, I need this. This might jump.
Oh boy, that takes me back to the days when I was trying to run through Blade Man stage in Mega Man 10. Yeah, back when Capcom Unity hosted that leaderboard contest, that was the first stage that they asked people to run through. And yeah, I had tried my hand at getting top time in that one, but couldn't do it. Yeah, I mean, not only was the competition just ridiculous, there were some expert speedrunners there from SDDQ for crying out loud. But Duckfist actually was one of the people there. I think he won that contest. But not only was the competition stiff, but, you know, just the techniques that you had to employ in that stage were ridiculous. I've mentioned before how you had to hop over those gaps of spikes instead of using the contraption to hover over them. Yeah.
How was it? I don't remember how they did the thing.
Oh gosh, those what are they? I don't even know what they are.
They call them ketchup in the speedrun.
Call them ketchup what?
The thing that falls down, they called it ketchup.
I mean, it works if we can understand what we mean by our terms, anyway. Oh gosh, that ketchup, it plagues my life. Slash Man is just, gosh, he is cumbersome in general. It's like he takes too long to defeat because he's always hanging on the walls. His ketchup freezes you in your tracks, and you're not able to do anything when you're caught in them. And on top of it all, even when you do manage to hit him with the ice, I can't remember what it's called, the ice crusher, I want to say. Ice cracker. Even when you do manage to hit him with the ice cracker, he rolls along the floor and can still hit you.
Yeah.
It's just, God, it's a pain in the rear. I think one of his weaknesses, oh dang. I think one of his other weaknesses is the Fire Scorcher, though, which is a bit safer.
He hits me anyway. Come on. Nah, he's gonna beat me. Yep. Oh, there we go. I did it.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, you're lagging or something.
What did you do back there?
360 no scoped. Yeah. I managed to wiggle my way out of the ketchup, and I hit the wall, and the wall shot the little shot, and the little shot hit him. So it was the most embarrassing way for him to go out. And I keep pressing start. And now Otto has to go about the little gear that I got him.
Is it the start button on your controller?
Yeah, it is the start button, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yes, Otto, we get it. You're handy capable. Alright, so anyway. Let's go here. Turbo Man. Okay. I keep thinking he's Nitro Man. It's not.
Yeah, you know, you've called him Nitro Man so many times, I even can't remember his name now.
Turbo. Turbo.
Is this the speedrun strat for wiping out this guy?
Yep.
Huh. Wow, that is great timing. Or do you even have to wait for him to come out of his shell to do that?
I don't think so. I think you just hit him.
Okay, huh.
This guy always hits me.
Yeah.
You can't not get hit by that guy.
I want to say that even the speedrunners, they don't even try to dodge him. Oh, isn't that... Yeah, I thought there was a letter here.
Yeah.
Or not a letter, but...
Proto Man.
Does he give you anything? Oh yeah, you have to encounter him.
You have to talk to him all the time.
Yeah, right.
I know for sure I gotta go back to Shade Man, but... He's the one I always forget to do whenever I do this game. Alright, go away. Do I have... I don't think I have all the letters. I think I'm missing one. Yeah. No, it's not here. That's where you get the Super Punch, but you need all the letters first.
I want to say that the people who fight Proto Man in Mega Man 7 do it kind of just only for the fight itself, and not so much for the item you get from it. I mean, the item, it's kind of handy in that it lets you deflect bolts, or not bolts, but bullets, but, I mean, I want to say you're not going to be using it as often as you are your special weapons.
I might have to
Oh, Fluga's saying that he does do it for the shield. Well, Fluga, you have to tell me, do you find, you know, effective ways to employ that? Because I got to admit, I never really found it to be particularly useful for long-term stuff.
Alright, now I mean to access Auto Shop, so let's do that. Let's just get some E-Tanks.
Wow, shield is godlike in the Wily stages? Man, I guess I'm just missing its potential.
Alright, I'll get one life.
Huh. Wow. Well, that's very interesting to hear, because I don't, you know, I would think that the normal special weapons would be equally, if not more, useful, just because, you know, they're, I guess just because they're offensive attacks, and they're very good attacks at that. You know, one thing about the weapons in Mega Man 7 I always thought were, they were just really good, you know, they had a lot of versatility, and you can rely on them in pretty much any situation, you know, or, by that I mean to say more that, there was a situation for every weapon. You know, you could always find a use for it in, you know, in any situation you were in. But the Proto Shield, you know, since all the other special weapons in Mega Man 7 were so good, and that one was kind of like just like the one defensive weapon, I never really felt a need to resort to it. Or at least I didn't feel any need that wasn't already supplemented by the special weapons.
There you go. That's how you not get hit by him. Okay, I don't think I have to talk to him. Okay, yeah. I just want to double check. I'm just gonna mash through this.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about special weapons in the chat. It's compelling me to ask, which game everyone thinks have the best special weapons? I'm personally gonna go ahead and say Mega Man 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too, even though we haven't played through the whole game yet. It's just like that shield is like way too good,
and the black hole bomb, that is ridiculously powerful. I mean, that said, you know, you can definitely point out other games that had extremely handy special weapons too. Like this game, I think, has the junk shield as being a really, really powerful weapon. I mean, it's short range, obviously, but it's just so much damage that, you know, it's on the verge, I think, of being a bit overpowered.
Still like how that guy just dies. He's dead.
Yeah. It's nice that there's some hope for him, though.
I don't know. One day I'll get that down.
Go on, first
I got it!
Hey,
Oh, look at that!
You did
nice.
it! Ah, that's great.
Yeah, it's too good. Is this like the only game where you can do that? I feel like it is.
I don't know. I want to say it is too, and I've been watching Mega Man speedruns for a long time, and I can't quite recall any other game like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wheel cutters, wall climb. Oh yeah, that was really handy. You know, I use that so often in my speedruns of Mega Man 10. I mean, go figure. It's like the one thing that lets you climb up ladders faster.
I don't know. I think Jules' shield is like the best shield in the whole like series, because it's like you like it barely uses any energy. It does like so much unless you're hitting like a big guy with it. Then like it's like almost infinite. You can like pretty much replenish it by hitting a guy and getting it back. You know, it's like
yeah. You can use. I think you can use 7 or 8 shots of it before it goes out. But I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't even be inclined to compare the two, because it seems like Junk Shield and Jewel Shield are extremely different. You know,
Junk Shield is more offensive.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Junk Shield is more for offensive purposes, whereas Jewel is like the definitive like defensive weapon.
Yeah, clearly defensive.
Uh-huh. So yeah, I wouldn't even compare the two, honestly, because they seem to do completely different things. Like, I don't know. I don't even know one example of a time where I remember Junk Shield being used for defensive purposes. I'm sure it was intended to be something like that to a certain degree, though. Just people don't... I mean, its offensive purposes are a lot more significant than the defensive purposes.
Oops. Get back over there. Totally not going to eat some popcorn real quick. That's not me. That's not what I do around here. Do you hear a cat? You might. I don't know. Bonkers, where you at? I don't know where she is. She's hiding out, I guess.
Oh yeah, Commando Bomb and Triple Blade. Commando Bomb is, you know, I've always liked it, but I wished it could be. I've always wished it could be a little more predictable, like. Especially when you're in the fight with Blade Man. Like, sometimes it does double damage, other times it doesn't. And I've never been able to attribute exactly why that is. I don't know, I'm just scared of it, I suppose, because I can't quite understand it. It might have something to do with the shockwaves. I don't know. I just can't understand it. Of a triple blade. Oh, that's a solid weapon. That's why I think everyone who plays through Mega Man 10 goes through Blade Man stage first, because it's like once you have that weapon, the whole game suddenly becomes easier. I wouldn't go so far as to call it the second Metal Blade, like the Metal Blade of Mega Man 10, because it obviously doesn't have as much energy, but I think it's definitely extremely handy. You know, because I mean, you certainly have you can get a lot of uses out of it. You know, it doesn't cost that much energy, and at the same time, it shoots out 3 blades that do consecutive damage. So it's a very, very good weapon. Ballad Cracker. Oh, Ballad Cracker is. Oh gosh, what's that one like? Darn, I can't quite remember what that one does at the moment.
Oh my god. What a baddie. Ooh, nice. Nope. Alright. I need to stop being a dummy.
Okay, so weapon that explodes and the explosion lasts a few frames. Yeah. I don't know why, but I can't remember that one. I can remember the other Mega Man killer weapons, but for some reason I can't remember that one. Maybe that just speaks for its memorability, eh? Who was it pointed out that Ballad Cracker is awful in Mega Man 10? Fluga. Yeah, I mean, I can't even quite remember what it is, so I don't know, maybe take that as support for your claim.
Oh, being a dummy?
Yeah, this is where it helps to have the rush adapter, I mean.
Yeah, I'm also trying to do it fast, so there's also that. I'm trying to be a very pro.
It's like the Metal Blade, but only 1 shot per screen. Okay, you know, I think I'm getting a vague idea of what it's like now. Yeah, you know, I don't recall relying heavily on it. Now, the other 2 Mega Man killer weapons, Punks especially, I found extreme use in that one. And that was primarily because of how rapidly it fired. You know, it's funny, when I was going through the speed run for Mega Man 10, you know, talking about that same leaderboard contest that Capcom Unity was hosting a number of years back. When I was speed running through Mega Man 10 for that contest, I thought that on going through it, I'd see all these people trying to take out the castle mid-boss with Punk's weapon, but that was not the case. They were taking it out with the Rebound Striker, Strike Man's weapon, and that was primarily because of the power that it wielded. But it was funny. It was one of those instances where I thought, you know, the rapidness of it would take priority over the power, but that was not the case in the end. It was the power that took precedence over the rapidness.
No. The turtle? Oh, this is Guts Man.
Yeah, this fight. See, I'm curious to see the strategy you employ to take this guy out. Because, you know, every time I fight him, I always have to die at least once. Oh, you hit the blocks back in his face? I didn't know you could do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow, well, I'm learning something new here. See, I would always just try to jump over the blocks when he threw them. But, gosh, man, I've been missing out the easy way all this time, haven't I?
Yeah.
There's your once.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is just a really difficult boss, you know? And it kind of confounds me, because most of the bosses in Mega Man 7, if you have their weakness, they're not too hard to deal with the possible exception of Freeze Man, I suppose. But this guy, you know, he's an entirely different can of worms. And I guess that primarily stems from the fact that his weakness is not all too versatile.
Trying to remember. Oh yeah, it's on this stage. Oh, dang it! Ah! We'll keep doing that!
Well, welcome back to Mega Man X7, guys.
Yeah. No, don't you even dare compare the two. I will throw up, and it will not be pretty.
Well, I mean, it's the same numeral.
Nope. You get your numerals out of here. Alright. And block those. There we go.
Hey Josh, look in the shop when you have a moment.
Oh no, I'm gonna get mad, aren't I?
No, you're not gonna get mad.
Oh, no. I'm gonna get mad. I see that. Oh, oops. Almost was a big dummy for a second. Alright, there we go. Okay, now we got the adapter. So now we can get the heck out of here. Okay, and now we gotta go do Turbo Man. Damn! I don't know why I keep doing that. This is like the only time where I play this game I keep pressing start. Okay.
Better just assign it to a different button.
I'm
Dare I
about
say
to.
select?
Ah, I haven't fallen in there for so long. Where is it? There it is. That's like the first time in probably like 3 play sessions I've fallen in there. Like, it's been such a long time since I've fallen in there.
Wow, we have that recorded for posterity then.
Well, there you go.
One of the few times that Josh has ever fallen down that hole, we haven't recorded. What about getting pushed into those tire spikes there? Does that ever happen to you?
Nah.
Okay.
Hold on. Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna not get hit by this guy. There. I also did that for the first time ever. Oh, I got hit by that one. Whatever. I guess I can't do it all.
It was close enough.
Alright. Or no.
So remind me while you're here.
You'll see. If I can get it. Nope, I fell.
Oh right, there's a thing there.
Yeah.
Man, I'm very impressed you remember where everything is.
I like this one. Oh wait, I have this one. I can just get there faster.
Well, you have to have ground to lit to.
Alright, come on, do it.
Nice. So not to draw away from the festivities of now, but any scheduled Mega Man streams, we've got content to submit. Also, I've never played Rockman 7, 8-bit fan game versions. No, actually, we've never played the 8-bit fan remakes, or fan demakes if you prefer that term. But you know, I know they exist, and I'm aware that they're really good games. So sometime down the line, I would like for us to play them. Yeah, maybe in the not-so-distant future, I might say.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, because they're really good games. I think now would be a particularly nice time to play them, because we're going through the latter games in the classic series. And, you know, it'd be nice to compare notes, I think, on the different versions. But yeah, you know, again, I'm aware they're really good games. Fans love them. So I would be really interested in picking those up. Regarding that other content you want to submit, might I inquire into those things?
Oh no, isn't it? Where is it? It's in a really dumb spot.
What you looking for?
The one guy. Ah, dang it. There. Proto Man. Forget where he is.
Oh, he's the alternate route for that pumpkin boss.
Oh, not yet. Alright, come on. Oh, he's right here.
Yep. Isn't it so appropriate that there's Sniper Joe right at the entrance?
Yeah. Well, if you are part of our Discord, you can go and, you know, submit it on there. We do have a little section for Mega Man Maker levels.
Oh yeah, you know, somebody else. We played through another Ocean Tower stage submitted by another one of our members, and I would be really interested to compare the two. That'd be cool, though. You know, playing Mega Man Maker again. I'm telling you, you know, Mega Man Maker just has, I think, endless amounts of content that you can go through.
I have to fight him again?
I was talking to another friend of mine the other day, asking me about Mega Man Maker, and gosh, I went into a whole spiel about it, let me tell you. Because I haven't been one playing the game, obviously, but just watching it on the stream and seeing the level of participation from people who've been submitting the stages, I just think it's a great idea. It has just suppressed me and it's impressed me to to a huge degree. And yeah, you know, I'm just really impressed, I guess, by not only the fan participation, but the I guess the endless replayability, I suppose. You know, I mean, you could literally never wear the game out as long as fans are still making stages. And that's kind of rare, you know, it's rare for Mega Man, you know, because Mega Man is, you know, they're short games. Sometimes they'll have New Game Plus options, which increases their replayability. But in most cases, you know, they're games that you play through complete within a day or two, perhaps, if you have time on your hands. And, you know, that's it, you know? You know, you play through the game once, doesn't take you too long, then you turn the game off. Yeah, you know, so there's usually not a whole lot to it, but with Mega Man Maker, it you know, kind of adds another level to Mega Man that we hadn't seen before with regard to the replayability factor, you know, the length of time.
Alright, how about we don't die to him? I feel like a real dummy.
I wish you didn't have to use that.
Yeah, I'll get another one.
Oh, so you use the Sonic item then?
Yeah.
Huh. See, I just use the charge shot when I fight him. That's not doing as much as the charge shot, actually, now that I think about it. At least I don't think it is. Well, actually, oh, how can I tell? You can't see his life bar.
Oh, I guess that is his weakness. He like flinches a little bit.
Yeah, the fact that he flinches is really beneficial.
Actually got messed up in his attack.
Oh, okay, so there are crashes in Mega Man Maker? Wow, I didn't know about that.
Are you kidding me?
Dang.
He has so much health.
Yeah, well, again, you can't tell, can't ya?
Well, I don't know. I hit him for like an hour. Here,
Well, you don't know how much that Sonic attack was doing. I can assure you that the charge shot does a great amount, though. It's funny, you think that the rush adapter would be useful in a situation like that, but it's not the case. Oh gosh. That sounds crushing. Zero Amnesty. Who knew pumpkins could be so dangerous? Yeah. I'm sure he's just doing what he was made to do. Oh, it backs up saves. Okay, well. It's a little better, I suppose. Also, hello, Rockman Remnant. Welcome to our stream. I did recognize you. Yeah, the fact that the charge shot flinches him, it makes him really easy to get around.
Oh, oops, wrong button. He's gonna go for the charge.
Did you waste all your E-tanks?
No, I still got him. No.
Might as well use one.
I got the other one back because I'm a trickster. Oh yeah, right. He's not gonna do the attack though. Finally. Gosh.
Nice. I mean, it wasn't really that long when you employed the charge shot.
Yeah.
The thing about the charge shot, too, is that it makes battles seem longer than they are, just simply because you're charging the attack in a lot of cases.
Yeah. And apparently in this game, it only does 2 damage instead of 3.
Is that so?
That's what they're saying in the speedrun.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to use it a little less. Because that just...
That's underwhelming.
Yeah.
It's funny, it seems like it does so much more.
That's
at least 3.
I don't know. Okay.
Wow,
so
I'm gonna have to test that out.
Yeah. So that's oh, we have to go save beat, I guess. Might as well.
I feel like this charge shot, it's disappointing too, because I feel like this charge shot takes longer than the average charge shot to charge. You know, I mean, it seems like it takes a while for Mega Man to you know, hold out his arm and signify that he's beginning to charge it.
I mean, if
just
you
like
guys
the Mega Man
look
Zero,
it up, I might have misheard him, but I'm pretty sure he said something like that. I mean, he's in the speedrun, he still did use it, so. It has its uses, even if it does only that much.
Yeah, Fluga, he's having a hard time believing that too. I mean, even if the charge shot didn't do that much damage, you still have to account for the fact that it can pierce through things, and that's very, very handy as well. But still, it's hard to believe that it only does 2 damage.
Let's try this one more time. Alright, good. No, so close.
Oh, trophy system is saying here, regular equals 1, semi-charged equals 2, full charge equals 2, and large hitbox. Huh. Well, that's curious. So the semi-charged shot does just as much damage as the full charge shot, huh?
It's not as big.
Yeah. Luladin is asking, do we know about the new video on Mega Man X Cryptid? No, I did not know about that. But I do follow JKB's, and and you know, in that respect, I'm kind of surprised I didn't see that video. But suffice to say, I am following it, and I'm very, 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 you know, looking forward to seeing its completion, because it seems like a really good game so far. And you know, in some degree, kind of a new thing for Mega Man X. You know, with that whole Metroidvania thing going on. You know, you didn't really see that environment explored in X a whole lot. You know, you see it explored in ZX and to a certain degree in Mega Man 01 as well, but not really in the X series. And it seems like JKB is employing a lot of unique ideas with regard to that concept. So I'm really interested to see how it plays out in the end. Oh gosh, yeah, I've had those moments too when I see a fan game and, you know, I just think, oh man, the ideas, the concepts in this stage, in this game, they're so good, you know, so unique that you're surprised that the person is not, you know, working for Capcom when you find out about it. I guess we all have to have our start though, huh? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple years, that same person who made that fan game is working for a company later on, a game developing company. I mean, hello Sonic Mania, right?
Oh, yeah. Alright. We got it, right? Yeah, we got it.
Oh, yeah, you got Beat.
We got everything.
I know, that it could kind of confuse you there, because Beat takes his sweet time flying away.
Sure does. Okay, here.
Capcom's allergic to money.
Feels like it.
Wow, Toby Fox worked on Earthbound ROM hacks? Yeah. I never knew that.
Wait a minute. Are you being a trickster right now?
What, am I... don't tell me this line.
Hold up. Are you being a sarcastic Sally? Okay. Fine. Rude.
Oh my god, Zero Amnesty's comments. Oh. One of these days we'll get Mega Man Mania. Oh, wait. Okay, I feel like that needs a bit more context for the uninitiated. Yeah. Mega Man Mania was a game that was actually in development at one point. It was going to be a collection of the Mega Man Game Boy games that were released. Although it was going to have some pretty neat extras, one of which was it was going to add color to the games that were formerly in black and white, of course. But guess what? Guess what happened to it, guys? I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count.
It was too good, so they had to banish it. That's it, right?
Cancelled! Oh my god, I can't believe Flula got that on the first try.
What?
Wow.
They canceled a Mega Man game? What the heck?
I know, right?
That's so weird. Have they ever done that before? Oh, crazy.
Oh gosh. And you know, there's a part of me that is very, very sad to even bring up that game, because I was really looking forward to Mega Man Mania. You know, I just really like the idea of them adding these games that did not have color before. And, you know, the Game Boy games themselves, I really liked them. I thought they had some really good ideas going for them. And to a certain degree, I thought they, you know, they were nice in that they had ideas that were not initially in the games that they were supposed to be replicating on the NES. So yeah, you know, I enjoyed them, and I was seeing them implemented into a collection, but... gosh. Shame.
Nope. Rush. Nope. Get over here.
Oh gosh, this is always a tense fight for me. Because it seems like the exact same damage that you can do to base, he can do to you. I guess in that respect, this is like one of the few fights that is really on equal terms. You know, you have a lot of the same techniques that base is employing right now, and you do most of the attacks that you employ do the same amount of damage that his attacks do. So it's like the only thing that gives you an upper hand is the fact that you have E-tanks and he doesn't. I guess that's not entirely true. You see him employing a couple new techniques that you don't have as well.
Yeah, he's a big
One
cheater.
of which I guess could fly higher.
He's a big stinky cheater, and I don't like him. Go home base, you big dummy. Ah, whatever. Ooh.
I feel like I'm going to have to run this statement from Trophy System through a scientific expert. He says, encourage them to send more projects to Elysium. The more they send, the more orbital apathy affects it. To bring it out of orbit... damn, the word's blurred up here. To bring it out of orbit sooner. Okay. I feel like I'm going to have to, again, bring that to a scientific specialist, but... I'll get on that.
There we go.
It no longer has the same space elevator, or has the space elevator to give it additional something forces to keep it in orbit. It's only a matter of time. Sounds legit. Yeah, I believe it.
I believe it too.
Edgelord got wrecked.
You gotta be... Not very good on that. Let's just use the rush adapter.
Oh, that's awesome. Lulu didn't say in here. I was having Mega Man Legends nostalgia last night, and all it took was talking about video games. Then when someone mentioned Legends, we started reciting Tron Bond quotes. Or just Bond quotes in general. Yeah, it's great. You know, whenever you think of Legends, you can't help but think of not just gameplay, but the scenes. Like, the scenes are the main thing that stick out to me about Legends. I like the gameplay too. You know, I think a lot of people I mean, I know that a lot of people have their problems with the gameplay, but I like the gameplay too. But the thing that stands out to me the most about Legends were the cutscenes. You know, those scenes that really kind of represented that Saturday cartoon vibe, and it just made it feel like its own thing, you know? Like, its own environment, its own world. That's what I think struck me the most about it, was the fact that it felt like its own world, you know? It was like a thing, like, separated from video games. It was more like, I don't know, you know, I think I can phrase it the most accurately by saying it felt like a TV show that you could communicate with. You know, a TV show in which you could control the main protagonist. Yeah. Who in the heck is that blue boy? Oh gosh, Teaselbon. He is great. Gosh, you're not going to find very many characters like Teaselbon. If you do, they're most likely going to be based after him. And, you know, not as original as you might think. That's what I like to think, anyway. Oh my god, Josh, that's a mind-laying technique. Looks like it makes the fight a whole lot easier.
I'm trying to do something else now.
So how do you do that? Just press down while you're using the attack?
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe I never knew that.
I can't believe I never knew it either.
You would think it'd be one of those things that, well, I'm not sure if he does or doesn't, but you think it would be one of those things that Dr. Light would be pointing out to Mega Man when he gets the weapon.
Yeah, I know, right? Dang it. Oh, okay. I need to trap this guy over on the other side. Hey! You could do something if you... Ah, I'm gonna die. Alright, let's just pull out. I'm trying to do it.
Yeah. Let's talk about Teasel. Makes me want to ask everyone, what's your favorite Teaselbon quote? I gotta post that officially on the page at some point, too, because I'm really curious to hear what everyone has to say. Josh, what's your favorite Teaselbon quote?
I don't know if I have a favorite. Everything he says is so good. And I know it's not really a quote, but his laugh is what I probably like.
His laugh is amazing.
Okay, I do one here.
I'm trying to think of my favorite quote.
Okay.
Gosh, I'm having such a hard time.
Can I do it? No, I didn't do it right.
Ah, dang. Let's see what you're trying to do. You're trying to push the turtle in his face. That does a crap load of damage. I think I want to say it does like up to 1/3 of his health. It's crazy. I think my favorite quote is, I said close the hatch!
Yeah, there we go, got it.
Nice. Yeah, look how much damage that does. Is that half?
I mean, I've been doing damage to him, too.
Okay, so you have been doing extra damage. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. Gosh! Yeah, see, this is the strategy that I employ fighting the guy. And I must admit, it doesn't make the fight easy, but it makes it cool. And that makes up for everything. Oh, the mumble! You guys don't know how much effort I employed to hear what he was saying there. You know, I mean, I have to admit, the stereo on my TV wasn't exactly the best when I first played Mega Man Legends. But, I tried my darnest to make out what he was saying there in his mumblings. It's kind of crazy, you know, when you into Mega Man Legends and the voice clips and stuff, how much that the characters say that you can't hear. You know, there's some Surfbot quotes in particular that I'm thinking of, that some of which you can't hear, but which are hilarious once you actually make them out. You know when they gather in the meeting room to discuss what the heck they're going to do about that blue boy, and the Surfbots are all drinking coffee and, you know, totally ignoring everything that the Bonds are talking about. There's one Surfbot that mutters, let's see, something hilarious. I think one of them says, "This coffee sure tastes good," and that's more easily audible because it's at the very end when they're talking. But yeah, that scene has a couple Surfbot quotes that you can only just barely hear, but they're great. I mean, heck, it's coming from the Surfbots, so you can almost guarantee it's hilarious stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Miss Tron looks happy! You know, I think one of the quotes that one of those Surfbots is saying, almost inaudible in the background of that scene, is, I think actually he's reproaching one of the Surfbots for letting Mega Man get away. Something like that. I dug up a Mega Man Legends script at one point, and I was very surprised to see that some of those almost inaudible quotes were documented in that script. Which, by the way, you know, on that note, I would encourage you guys to check out a Mega Man Legends script at some point, because you might find stuff in there that you couldn't make out before, and which is totally hilarious. Well, is there a problem associated with using the rush jet?
I don't think so. Really? Come on.
Oh, sorry, Zero Amnesty. I didn't see your comment back there. Speaking of Teasel, who's going to do his voice now that Rob Smith's out of the picture because of his situation in 2006? Yeah, well, Teasel Bond, I guess I don't exactly know what project you're talking about, but if you're referring to Mega Man Legends 3, then I would assume they would get, you know, maybe the same guy they got to do his voice in Mega Man Legends 3 in the Mega Man Legends 3 prototype, which, by the way, yeah, he was voiced in the Mega Man Legends 3 prototype. We didn't get to hear him either in Japanese or English, but Chris Hoffman reported that he did have a voice actor in that game, and while he didn't really go into, you know, very specific details as to what he sounded like, he remarked that he sounded snazzy. So, and I think that's the direct quote. So make of that what you will. You know, I would dare say that he still did a pretty good job, this new guy, but it's hard to believe he did as good as Rob Smith. Man, the rush adapter is so helpful.
Yeah.
I could literally almost understand why people would choose to, you know, make the game harder for themselves and not use the rush adapter. Oh, going with the Proto Shield, are we?
I'm just right now.
Good show. Yeah, I'm curious to see if you can find uses for it that I can't.
Okay, well, that was interesting. Yeah.
Wow,
that was...
Okay.
You can do that, apparently.
Oh yeah, the rush adapter needs to make a comeback.
It's only
It's
like
just
2
fun.
games? Oh, okay, bye, Rush.
Yeah, only 2 games, Mega Man 6 and Mega Man 7. See, for that very reason, I make sure to use Rush after I get on that first block.
Well, we're good now.
Oh, wow.
I'm just gonna
Yeah, you can make it.
safe
No,
way.
no, you don't need
We're
any.
doing it the safe way.
No.
Just to be
See,
safe.
look, you totally could have made that.
Yeah, but safe. Seatbelt so we can be safe, alright?
Alright, fair enough.
Okay, so this guy actually has a really interesting property I didn't know about him.
Oh, wow. Oh, is this the guy that chases you? Okay, well,
Yeah, let me see if I
curious to
can do
know
it.
what happens here.
Ah, hold on, I don't want to say what it is until I get it.
If you mean getting on his missiles, I knew about that.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Yeah, like
Oh,
that.
you didn't? Huh.
No.
How on earth did you hit his head then?
Forgot. Is he weak
You
to
just... No, he's weak to the blade.
this? Oh, yeah.
How on... If you didn't hop on those missiles, how'd you hit him? Just... Well, I guess it is possible to hit him if you're not on the missiles. What will it take for us to beat Mega Man X7?
I'm never playing that game ever again.
Yeah, from that statement, I think you can deduce that Josh did play it, and he had not very favorable opinions toward it. Yeah, but in all seriousness, I would encourage you guys to watch, if you haven't already, our playthrough of Mega Man X7. It might get you depressed, but it's still hilarious. And I mean,
Always
gosh.
Happy day. There we go.
I'm sure Josh doesn't have any happy memories from that game at all, but his reactions to some of the stuff in there were priceless.
Just always remember.
Yeah, get that up.
For your playing.
Yeah, that's the reward you get for beating that piece of work. X6 on extreme mode. Oh yeah, do that job.
The what? Oh.
X6 on extreme mode.
Nah.
You're too generous, Willie. Yeah, right. I still do want him to play X8, because it's a legitimately great game in my opinion.
Well, we could do that one eventually. I don't have a problem playing a good game.
Okay. We have a problem controlling Axel again?
I don't have a problem with Axel. The first time I ever experienced Axel was in Command Mission, and I liked him in that game, so...
Oh, right, yeah.
So, I have no problem with him.
Oh, good show. What about Extreme? Is that a thing? I was curious about that. Is there an extreme mode on Extreme? Yeah, the Mega Man Extreme games are also pretty good. The only thing that kind of turns me off to them is the fact that dashing requires the either the down in A or the double tap left or right, and I never could get used to that, you know, because all the while playing through X and Zero and ZX, all of which had the dash, of course, I got accustomed to using one button, the shoulder button, for dashing. But of course there are no shoulder buttons on the Game Boy Color, so dashing is executed by either double tapping left or right or pressing down. So yeah, it's a bit cumbersome, and I guess that's kind of the one thing that turned me off about those games. But I admit that they're pretty good. Who has favorable opinions about X7? You know, I can say one thing in its favor. It keeps me laughing all the time.
Only good thing about it is Von Gom, but that's it.
I mean, you have to find significant value in a game that just keeps you laughing right until the end. At least I can. If I can laugh at a game, I'm not gonna hate it.
I'm gonna hate it. You didn't have to play it though.
I played it before. I 100%ed it, in fact. I got S rank on every single stage in addition to that. Not that that's any big deal, of course, because you just have to literally, like, grind in a stage to do it. But, yeah. I did do that. I should probably reiterate my previous sentiments and say that when I played it for the first time, I didn't find it as bad as I thought I would find it. Josh did, though. He found it to be worse.
It was bad. I don't like that game very much.
You laugh so you don't cry. Caleb Hart, who's that again? Oh, the name sounds so familiar, but I can't quite place it. In any case, he has the speed run for 100% on Mega Man X7. Huh. That name sounds so familiar, but I can't place it.
There we go.
Oh, solely because he's the only runner.
And Caleb Hart. He's at AGDQ a lot.
Oh, AGDQ, okay.
Yeah. He runs a lot of Mega Man X.
Okay, yeah, I think I remember him now.
Yeah, so that's what that fight looks like.
Oh my god, are you reading this stuff?
No.
This is crazy. Goal was messed.
Yes, I did it. I messed that one up.
Oh, you're trying to get the stun lock.
Yeah. You can...
That can be hard to do. I've done it on several occasions myself. You know, but it can be really difficult to employ. It's such a small window.
There we go.
Got it. Nice.
3 times that fight, so that's pretty good. Yeah, it's like you have 3 frames to hit him out of invincibility, but the slash lasts for 10 frames. Something like that.
Oh.
Okay.
Huh.
This fight actually goes... This fight's a lot easier than I thought it was. If you use
use the rush adapter. That makes it easier than even this.
I'm trying to...
It's crazy. Wow, that did a lot too. Man,
he was able to do it where he just did it off the ground. I'm not sure where he aims.
I thought the rush adapter did way more than this attack, but it looks like it's just about the same.
It is his weakness, so...
Well, I mean, I know, but rush adapter. You know, look, switch to it right now and see how much damage it does. Wow, I guess you can't really gauge it now, but...
Wait a minute.
What's up?
Hold on. I need to see something.
Such a small window, Polly Pocket is waving.
Oh, if you hold up, they go higher. That's
Are you
how
kidding
he was
me?
able. Yeah, that's how he was able to hit him from the ground. I was like, how the heck?
Wait, try that again. My mind is blown here.
Okay, here, hold on. Hold on. Give me a second.
Are you kidding me? Holding them up?
Yeah,
makes them go higher?
Holding up makes them go higher. Yeah. Because I was like, how did he hit him from the ground? Because I couldn't do it. Let me kill this guy real quick. Hold on.
Oh my god, that must make Wily a whole lot easier too.
Yeah, that's what he does. He does it from the ground. I'm like, whoa, how did he do that?
Dang.
Wait, I think this guy. Sweet, yeah.
Okay, this does not look like a good environment to try it out, but I am interested. The soonest opportunity you have, I want to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
Like I'm saying, get a load of these fake nerds. Yeah, I know. Seriously, I'm kind of kicking myself that I never knew that. Gosh. And yet I want to say I've seen them myself go higher than I'm accustomed to throw them. Okay, Lino Bro knew that. Gosh.
And you never told me? Okay, I was like, I better not die to this guy. Okay. Oh, here, perfect. Perfect room, man. I just did a save, so... Let me grab this really quick.
Okay, I did know you can concrete shot black hole. I did know that. I never do it myself because that seems like just a waste of concrete shot, which doesn't have that much ammo to begin with. But I knew you could do it.
So let's do a regular shot here. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And now I'm gonna hold it up. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Gosh.
Huh.
Wow. See, I'm thinking of Wily right now. That's the sole boss I'm thinking of. And how much easier that attack makes him. Gosh.
Actually, I do want discharged. I do have 2 tanks, don't I? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm definitely ready to fight him. Yeah. Okay. Wasn't there? No. Go down, dumb. Alright, this one's Thunderbolt.
You use Rust Jet to get around Wily 1, Luladin? Oh man. Oh wow, Luladin was at one point #1 on the leaderboard for Mega Man 10. Can't remember which. Nice. Well, either that's your amnesty, or you're good at pause buffering. You'll see our strategy in a minute. For getting around. Oh, excuse me. You're not talking about Mega Man 7. You're talking about Mega Man 9, I think. But on the topic of this Wily, you know, he's very much acclaimed as one of the hardest Wileys in the series, coming up here. So I'm interested to show you guys the strategy that Josh and I employ for getting around him. See, I'm interested to know, do you guys do you have any trouble with the fight coming up, the second Wily fight in Mega Man 7? I think it's safe to say that a lot of people do, but you guys seem like experts, so I'm curious to know if you do. But here coming up is... Yeah, see, I'm curious to see this strategy in action with this new technique discovered.
So am I. I want to see, because you have to stand in a specific spot.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you hit him once with the springs.
Yeah.
Josh did
I
it
know,
wrong
I know,
there.
hold on, I know that.
Okay, hit him once with the springs and immediately pause the game. Get out the bolt.
Nah.
Oh, he did it wrong again.
It's gonna be slow because I'm doing it from the ground.
Yeah.
Ah, look at that.
This is not good. Yeah, guys, this is not how it's usually done.
But I'm hitting him.
Josh is just trying to get around this new technique with the springs. Okay. Oh,
are you serious? Are you joking? No.
Well, you
No,
you might not want to use the... You might just want to jump and use the springs.
I know, but I was trying to do the cool kids way. Why don't you let me be cool?
I'm not?
You're not letting me be cool. I'm trying to do the speedrunner way. They don't even switch the Thunderbolt on that one.
They don't?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Here I thought you were going with my strategy the whole time.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, if I want to do your strategy, I have to hit them like point blank with the wild coil.
Yeah, and you have to pause the game a lot, which I realize could be deterring.
Alright, here, you really... I'll do this strat if you really want to see it.
How easy is it?
Well, I mean, what, the Thunderbolt one? Or the speed run?
Wait. The speed run.
Well, it's harder. I mean, it's a speed run when I gotta practice. This is my first time practicing it.
You know, I do kind of want to show our viewers the strategy that we employ to get around this guy, or that I came up with. Well, actually, I shouldn't say I came up with it. I got it from Real Mithril. But it was, you know, it involves a lot of pausing. So it's not that impressive. But you can do it, and I have done it without even taking any damage from him. And so it's a strategy, and it's a good one. You can use it and not take any damage. So, but it does take longer, primarily because you're pausing the game all the time. Okay. I
already messed it up. Oh, I don't even have weapon energy.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah. Alright, well, I better get ready to dodge some.
Well, when he's high up, his attacks are easy to dodge. Okay, yeah, he's high up again. You're not going to be able to... Or will you?
Wait. Hit him!
What are you doing?
Ah.
Nice.
Hit him with the thing.
Okay, yeah, so stun him first with a spring, and then if you hit him immediately with a Thunderbolt afterwards, all I'll do is shoot out electricity from the bottom. And that's ridiculously easy to dodge. Okay, yeah, so here you go again. Use the spring, then immediately after use his Thunder, and he won't shoot out his orbs. He'll only shoot out Thunder. And you just, essentially just rinse and repeat that. And, I mean, you know, unless you employ that newly discovered strategy with the springs, you're normally not going to hit him when he's high up, but that's okay, because when he's high up, his orbs are easy to dodge.
I don't think I have enough time. Oh, I do.
It is a bit dangerous at the same time, though, because T-Bolt doesn't have enough energy to get you by the fight. So you're going to have a weapon tank on hand if you want to employ this strategy. Can you sneak in Freeze Cracker after shocking him? No. Shocking him renders him invulnerable. So you can't use any attacks after you use it. I mean, gosh, if Thunderbolt didn't render him invulnerable, then gosh, he would just be easy as cake to get by. But unfortunately, it's not the case. That's why you have to use Thunderbolt immediately after Springs.
That's why it didn't come out.
And what's nice about the Thunderbolt, you might not be able to do any damage to him after you use it against him, but it's nice in that it ignores invulnerability. So you can use the Springs on him and use Thunderbolt immediately after, and it'll still make contact. Yeah, that is the primary purpose, is just to skip his orbs altogether, or at least as much as possible. I don't really think you can skip his orbs altogether, because sometimes he's just so hot that you can't avoid them. But, the point in this fight is to make sure he can't use his orbs where it's the most dangerous position. Okay, and good show.
Yeah, using those makes it way easier. So you combine the high springs with the GG world record. Hey, like, I haven't practiced at all, okay? Like, pretty much this thing right now is most of my practice. Like, I got the one frame trick killing Turbo Man, at least, so I got that in one try.
Yeah, good show.
Not do what I should have done years ago!
That's a lot better than the strats you did earlier.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's not fast at all, but it gets the job done.
More than a robot. Die, Wiley. Oh, Willie.
No, there wasn't a double L there.
Yes, there is.
Okay. I see they keep the mistranslation. To a certain degree, anyway.
Boink.
Yeah, it was added in the US version. That was just, the second line of dialogue was purely ellipses. Just dot, 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 dot. Which, I found it funny one day. You guys remember Gregaman from Capcom Unity, or formerly from Capcom Unity anyway. I found it funny one day when he said on Twitter, from now on, I'm translating every instance of ellipses to, I am more than a robot, die, Wily.
That's great.
Isn't that, though? Kind of reminds me of, you remember how, what was his name? The bird guy in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, Calf?
Eh?
Cass, or which one? It's like...
No, the bird warrior.
Revali or whatever, something like that.
Revali, yeah, that's his name. You know how, in the English version, he says something, as he's leaving Link first time, he says, good luck sealing the darkness.
Yeah.
In the Japanese version, he just laughed. And somebody else on some place in Twitter, I think it was in Twitter anyway, I mean, makes the most sense, doesn't it? Someone said something to the effect of, okay, you know what, from now on, every laughter to good luck sealing the darkness.
Yeah. Okay. Where were we in this game? We did Clown Man, right? Oh, we just gotta kill Mosquito Man over here. Perfect. Let's go. Let's get him.
I don't even understand why Base went philosophical.
It was too easy for him.
It's great stuff. Stuff like that keeps Mega Man alive, Keeps us talking about it. For better or for worse, I guess. Stop! You mustn't kill Mega Man! Yeah, I did omit the ending where the fortress explodes. I know, and that was it was a big shame too. Yeah, it was a big shame too that they did that. I never could quite understand it. Oh yeah, I get that.
No!
Ah.
Ah.
Yeah, normally the only way you'd be able to get that is with a tornado weapon.
Do we have one? I think so.
I don't think you do. No, you don't.
Wow, this text looks terrible.
When you think about it, it's kind of funny how dark, dare I say that term, Mega Man 7 is. You know, it's not even just the very edgy ending where Mega Man's walking away from this burning fortress, but you know, it's funny the dialogue that Mega Man has. It's more serious, and even his sprite, he kind of reflects a more serious mood. I think I don't know. It's just Mega Man seems a whole lot grumpier in Mega Man 7 for some reason. I guess he's just tired of all Wily's crap.
There we go. He's got the Wowie. Oh, what the heck? Oh.
Oh yeah, this can be difficult if you don't know what you're doing. But I assume you know what you're doing.
Of course I do. Whoa, that goes really fast. Ooh, okay. If this thing does not gain momentum, it just shoots off like a rocket. Okay.
Okay, yeah, just veer left and you'll be out of the lurch.
The world's fastest bubble. Even Sonic in a bubble does not go as fast. Oh, extra life. Pony ball! No, we're getting that life. We're getting that life. Alright.
What?
Ah, the wind stopped. Oh no. I don't like the
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
Oh, I get the free.
Now, believe it or not, you do not consume energy, weapon energy, when you're using Rush here.
Oh, really?
So, get ready
So I
for
can go
some
nuts?
large-scale aerial action.
Hey.
This is great. This is like one of my favorite stages, or one of my favorite sections in a classic Mega Man game. It's just so cool, you know, you're flying here on Rush. You don't have to worry about wasting your energy and falling to your death, and just taking out enemies. It's just so cool. Oh, get in the habit of using your charge shot, by the way, because it's a good charge shot.
Oh yeah, I forgot we powered it up.
Oh, did you equip it, though? Yeah, you equipped it. Okay, Swippy.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the whole crew here.
Pretty sweet.
This is another thing I love about this section here. You see all the, or a lot of your companions showing their stuff.
Finally doing something.
Yeah, I know. Like, you didn't know any of those bots combat fitted, but in here you get to see another side of them. Like, I mean, I'd never imagined before this point that Eddie could shoot out bombs, or that Beat possessed the ability to rush at enemies and do damage. Or even, what's his name? Otto, using that big cannon. That kind of blew my mind, too. So, just a whole lot of cool stuff going on here that you wouldn't see anywhere else, and that is, quite frankly, really neat. And the colors, too, gosh. You know, I think one of the biggest things I love about Mega Man 8 is just the great color scheme you have going on here. Everything's just so vibrant. You know, the stages just look great, and just a whole blast of color that just looks fantastic. And granted, you know, the other stages in classic Mega Man before this point were very colorful too, but it's like this was a generation in which the vibrant atmosphere of Mega Man could really be brought out to its fullest.
Yeah, because they're not working with just like 8 colors or whatever.
Well, that's true, yeah. Ah, the bolt! Oh, you can't get the bolt. You don't have the Astro Crush. Yeah, isn't it though? The sprite art particularly. Yeah, I like. I can't remember the name of the artist who drew the art for Mega Man 8, but the sprite work in particular, I think it's just looks great. And the backgrounds, the sprites, the just everything in game, it just looks fantastic. You know, with just you have so many colors going on, and gosh, it just looks great. I wish I could articulate my thoughts a bit more on that in that regard and sound a bit more eloquent than I'm sounding now, but all I can say is that it looks great.
Great.
It was the 90s. Everything looked like this. Yeah, I know, but you kind of tend to forget that. You know, especially nowadays where I'm gonna be quite honest, I don't see that much color in either games or movies nowadays. But and I think that's a shame because, you know, color it gives a lot of depth. I think it gives a lot of depth and you know, just more personality to an environment, I suppose.
Ooh,
So yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that everything in the 90s did look like this, but you know, you don't see that a whole lot nowadays. So I like to think that I could appreciate it a bit more now.
the only color you see nowadays is like blues. I think some kind of
I think
blue.
so.
I think so. I can't even go left at all. Or sometimes I can't go left.
Yeah, I never know what you had until it's gone. I know, right? I mean, at the same time, though, you know, I think I definitely could appreciate the color of Mega Man 8 when I first played it, which was, gosh, feels like a century ago. But, yeah, I just remember being flabbergasted by, you know, the colors of the game.
Yeah,
And the colors above all else, you know? I mean, you could point out the graphics and, you know, the personalities of the bosses or the patterns or just the gameplay in general, but the most striking thing to me was the environments and the backgrounds and the character sprites, just the art of the game in general, I suppose. You're using ice against him, which won't be fun.
Wait, what? Am I using Tornado against him?
You mean the ice?
Yeah. Or yeah.
Well, you can destroy his tornado with the ice for one thing. You have to wait till he comes onto the ground for you to know. Yeah. Look, yeah, like during times like that, and you know when he lands there too, that's when you're going to employ. See? Yeah, you can get at least 2 hits off him when he lands on the ground. I know, feel my power!
Ah.
What? I thought we were playing Pokemon. Isn't ice good against flying types?
Types is
Oh,
good
in
against
fact, it
flying
is here.
types. Yeah. Oh, whatever.
And yeah, Zero Amnesty, it is regretful. But I like that alternate interpretation of his line, though.
Ooh.
I'm guessing you're not the fan of the ice, eh?
No, I can't hit him with it.
Yeah, you can if you know how to. Yeah, here, this would be a good time. But you don't have the ice equipped. Well, I mean, if you have to use the charge shot, just put the ice on the sub slot. There we go.
Yeah, the tornado. Oh, I didn't listen to what he said. I think I did hear something sound like Red Bull. Sorry about that. I don't need to talk. Definitely
Yeah,
heard him
I've
say
always
like
interpreted-
bull.
I know, he really, I think he says, I feel regretful. But it does sound like Red Bull, I agree.
I was gonna say the tornado hold is in the Marvel vs. Capcom games. And... Oh wait, shh, shh, be quiet.
I'm almost finished. Battery will be charged in 10 minutes.
Hey, hold on, I gotta turn this up.
I can catch you later, that idiot you hate. And thanks for tuning in, and hope to catch you next time. Have a good sleep.
Gotta turn it up. Gotta hit Dr. Wally.
Do you know Mega Man's... Oh, sorry.
These seem to be energy resources. But I've never seen this type on Earth. I don't know where this energy came from, but cannot let it fall into Dr. Wally's hands. You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
But where is Dr. Wily?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's great.
That's a good question.
When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wally.
What if Mega Man is actually Dr. Wily? And that was the reason. That was the reason for Dr. Well, what if he's really Dr. Wily and Dr. Light knows that, and that was the reason for his flub right there?
Deepest lore confirmed.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about the Wait-Ah Womb too.
The Wait-Ah Womb?
What do you guys think a Wait-Ah Womb is? It sounds terrible.
Sounds like Dr. Wally. I mean, that's a good question.
He still lives.
What the?
Mega Man, you must go after him. You don't know who he is. It's dangerous to leave him alone.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Right
Those face zooms are what get me the most.
This Mega Man coming out of nowhere going, what the? This is perfect.
Yeah, it's glorious.
Dr. Wally. Alright, I can do this now. Let's just go this way.
Oh yeah, you can use the thunder arm here.
Oh.
See that little circle in the middle? You have to grab that.
Oh, okay, like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's much easier than what I was trying to do.
I think I have done it your way before. Because it took me... The first time I played this, I didn't know how the heck to use the thunder arm. I think the only way I discovered that I had to grapple onto those circle things was because I did it by accident one time.
I can believe that.
I mean, that's how we solved everything as kids. Let's get real here.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a secret there. It wasn't that big though, so... I mean, you could use the tornado hold to get back up there, but it's really just another balloon, so no big deal. Actually, I could... If you want to go back up there, I can point out another thing to you, which you can't access in this version, but what you could access in another version. Yeah, go up there. Now, okay, maybe it was a floor higher, but I want to say it was this place. On the left, there's another balloon that you can pop open that's out that you can't see right now, but if you run into it, you'll get hurt. So, if you jumped right there... Okay, yeah, go in the middle, shoot left, from... Yeah, jump and shoot left.
Yeah.
There's the balloon. Now, if you went right, in the Saturn version, you would fight... I can't remember if it was Cupman or Woodman, but one extra boss was there. And you can't do it in this one.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't bring that version over.
It's a legitimate shame.
Alright, stop paying for Oz. There.
Yeah, Thunderclaw was cool for its application. I mean, all the weapons in Mega Man 8 I think were really cool. Okay, Duo doesn't have a life bar, so you could use that, or you could use the charge shot. I prefer the charge shot, because I think arrow shot is OP. Or you could use both, because you have that option in Mega Man 8. But seriously, he goes down really fast with the arrow shot, if you don't get killed, anyway. Haven't been playing a whole lot of pool recently, have you?
No. That's my one weakness.
It's funny when you think that Duo, he had a really deep voice in Japanese. The same way that Zero had a really deep voice in Japanese. Now, get this. Both Zero and Duo are voiced by the same person in Mega Man X4 and Mega Man 8. So, I almost want to say that Capcom interpreted this as a legitimately deep voice.
How am I supposed to get out of that?
Get over what?
This little punch attack.
Oh, you just gotta not be far. Or, you gotta be far enough away, I mean. Yeah, see, if you're close enough there, he'll hit right where you are. So you have to make sure you're far enough away. Nice job. Yeah, arrow shot! I am never going to stop praising that thing.
Ew. The Proto Man whistle sounds weird in this one. I don't like it.
I know, it's a really nice orchestrated whisper, isn't it?
I don't know, it's weird sounding.
Well, I mean, you are in a cave, and maybe that accounts for the echo vibe in the background. Bruce! Yeah, guys, it's Bruce!
Hey, everybody.
He was a Duo, but the other robot died. Ha. Oh gosh, this is the one where Mega Man screams for like 5 minutes straight.
I hope so.
I always had to have my remote at the ready to turn down the volume for this part.
Alright, you guys, I'm gonna turn it up. Ready?
Oh gosh. Feast thine ears, says Zero Amnesty. Crank the volume up if you're brave.
Crank it? You guys want me to crank it? I'll crank it. I'm the guy who cranks. Don't test me. If you want me to do it, I'll do it. I don't care. I'm the absolute madman, alright? I will do it.
Yeah, you're a crank yourself, aren't you?
I'm cranking. I'm cranky, so my favorite character from Donkey Kong? Cranky Kong. Alright? Don't even test me.
Do it, wuss. Says
that all right. That is it. It's going up. I hope you guys are happy now.
I'm impressed. I didn't think you'd make it this far, Mega Man. However,
I can't hear anything in the meantime.
To deal with you.
Count your blessings.
That's not even timeless. I'm surprised Mega Man survives this, honestly. I mean, granted, he's Mega Man, but...
What?
There we go.
Rush!
Okay, guys, can you hear me?
I cranked it. It was loud.
Hello?
What? I can't hear you.
Are you guys still in possession of your hearing faculty?
Are you talking right now, Skybean? Oh no. I can't hear anybody. Hello? Where am I? What is this? What year is this?
How about that? How about that, guys? I've officially lost my sanity since you ran this game.
That's what happens when you hang out with me. Dang, I want to do that. This guy was really holding back when I was fighting him right now. He just took his Kingdom Hearts.
Wow. That thing, it's just like the the one I gave to Dr. Light.
Dr. Wow.
Yes. This is what you people call evil energy. Based on my studies so far, one who obtained the original energy must be a being of complete evil. This type of energy absorbs the evil in a person's mind and then multiplies. Judging by the quick rate of its growth, it'll take over the planet with evil energy in a matter of days. Wow. We must stop it. I sense the original energy exists in that tower. But the barrier prohibits me from going there. I'll destroy the rest of the evil energy that has spread throughout the Earth. You search and destroy the energy sources for that barrier.
Let's do it. Tactical rush.
Duo talks like he has to whisper because if he talks normally, his mom will get mad because he just worked like a 12-hour shift and she wants to take a nap. You know what I mean?
I'm still processing that sentence.
Yeah, you'll understand when you're older.
Well, just on that note, I found that I had to turn down this volume or else the people I was living with would get mad at that part. Seriously, if I kept that volume up to that 5-minute yell rant of Mega Man's, I would find people looking in my direction and what the heck I was doing on the TV.
They'd probably just say Data Wow.
Maybe that would have explained everything.
Which one are we doing?
Oh, right. Okay, so now the boss, the weakness chart kind of resets here.
Wait,
So,
is it like
none-
7 where one's good against one of them?
Yeah, no, the second set are not weak to any of the weapons you acquired in the first set.
This game's lame. Never mind. We're done with this game. Good night, everybody. Alright,
It doesn't
stream's
take
over.
much to turn Josh off to a game, does it, guys?
Hey,
Okay.
hey, this game minorly inconvenienced me, alright?
I mean, I see, it's no big deal, though, because the arrow shot makes up for it. At least I find that. So, you know, I usually go with Swordman next. Or do I? Wait, let me think about this for an extra minute. Yeah, I go with Swordman.
Swordman
Yeah, that's it.
reminds me of that one mini-boss from Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I'm Swordsman.
Okay, I never played that.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Alright, everybody yell at Skybane for not playing, Sonic 3 plus Knuckles.
You can't blame me with all the
Oh, I can blame
complaining
you.
that goes on. You can't with all the complaining that goes on in the Sonic fan base.
But that's the only good game besides Sonic Mania now.
That's the only good game.
Yeah. It's not Sonic's fault. Sega likes to be really stupid and not care about the quality control of the series.
Okay, well, this is something I'm actually curious to ask folks about. So we see two radically different mentalities, both in Sega and Capcom, with regard to their respective franchises. And they're both equally despised. Now, I'm wondering whether most folks here prefer Sega's mentality of just making games, you know, putting out games continuously and not making them a very good quality, or Capcom's mentality of not doing anything at all. Because I think that this is something that genuinely warrants some discussion. You know, I mean, is either mentality better? Maybe they're just the same in their.
How do I get him to go in there?
Function. Oh, tornado. Sonic games aren't good, you goof. Oh wow. Oh, this can't start anything bad, can it?
But Sonic Mania is really good.
Sega can't make good games. Capcom just doesn't make games.
Well, okay. Well, the way I see it, honestly, I'd rather go down like loving a franchise and like getting sick of it. Because like, I've told my friends this, and oh, did I do that wrong? I feel like I did.
No,
that
that's
wrong.
right.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
like a big...
you didn't activate the.
Yeah,
oh crap!
that's
You
what
didn't
I'm
press
saying.
the button.
I didn't.
You're gonna have to
I
go
just
back.
stepped on it.
No, you didn't.
I did
Okay,
this
I don't think you
again,
stepped on it. Yeah, afraid so.
What the heck?
But now that we have kind of a dull moment here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. I'd rather remember a series as like beloved, and then instead of just being ruined. Like, if Sonic Mania was not as good as it is, then I would have definitely just given up on Sonic. I would have just been like, what's even the point? Like, there's no way. Like, cause after like Sega doesn't care. They're like, with Sonic Boom, they're just like, just release it. It'll make money probably. There. Okay, now I definitely stepped on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, yeah, it's annoying that Capcom's not making a game, but at least Mega Man's, besides Mega Man Legends 3, of course, Mega Man's pretty much gone off on like a good note. Maybe not so much with the X series, because I mean X8 is good, but like X6 and 7 are. But.
Yeah, and then you could also probably bring up the mobile.
Oh, I did it, Buster.
Oh yeah, use Thunderclock here. That shoots them out instantly.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I definitely do think there's validity to your mentality, because I've heard, you know, that a lot of creative minds say that, give that reason as well for why they quit a well-received series early. You know, like I've literally heard directors say that they'll quit a series that's doing pretty well, just because they want to quit it and end it on a good note, you know, rather than have it die and you know, not be remembered really well.
It's like they say, leave them wanting more, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So I think it's a very valid mindset. Still kind of hard to appreciate Capcom for what they're doing, but I guess when you think about it, it is better than what could be happening.
Then instead of Sega making a game every 2 weeks, I mean, like, sometimes, like, the game, like, a Sonic game barely even is a Sonic game. I mean, like, you know? So it's like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can freeze those with the ice.
Freeze.
Essentially, each room is dedicated to one of the items you required.
Right.
Yeah, you can see a handy chart over there that tells you what to do.
Oh, yeah. The little thing tells you right here.
Yep.
Okay. I think even if Rise of Lyric wasn't stuck on the Wii U, I still think that game would be bad. It just doesn't have anything really going for it besides, like, the script. But, I mean, you could literally watch the Sonic Boom TV show for the script. So, I mean, that game offers nothing. It's so, like, honestly, I never even owned that game. Like, I played it with my friend Kyle, and that game, like killed my interest for, like, Sonic until Sonic Mania came out. Which I know was the next game, but, like, I was, like, really worried. I was, like, Sonic Mania always looked good. Like, nobody can deny that it ever looked bad. But to me, I'm just like, it's Sega. They're gonna find something. Like, I just... No. I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
This is the stream where we don't use Flash Bomb.
What's that weapon you used just there, Josh?
This is the lightning bubble.
You missed a great opportunity to say taser. Or whatever that bomb weapon is called in Mega Man Legends 2 that has the exact same sound effect as Flash Bomb.
I didn't look at the patterns.
Yeah, there's a combo here.
Okay,
yeah, it's easy enough to figure out on your own. Light beam bubble.
I think that's the last one?
Yep.
Yeah,
now you're fighting a mini-boss. And again, you can take him out pretty easily with Arrow. Or at least, that's how I take him out. Arrow pretty much works great for every mini-boss you fight, really.
Yeah, that's good.
He breaks the floor down there eventually, and he's left on pegs.
So what do I step on?
The pegs. Or the pillars right beneath you. He'll break the floor, the bridge. I guess I should be calling it a bridge. He breaks the bridge, and then he lets you move around on those little pillars. Oh. There we go. And this is where it gets difficult, because you can't slide anymore. But yeah, if you're far enough away, it's manageable. Oh, I forgot about that little thing.
I think Yeah, I got him. Yeah,
I want Grenade Man's dialogue to say light beam bubble.
Sonic Lost World, I think, has really awful controls. And that game, like, is like barely even a Sonic game either.
So yeah, there's nothing you can do to freeze the lava, so you're just gonna have to move around on that platform. And it's kind of odd that there's nothing you can do to freeze the lava, because you froze the lava back there, if you recall.
But this is super lava.
Oh, is that how it works? I don't get the technicalities of video game lava. In fact, you know, I almost want to say that this lava shouldn't even look like it's flowing. Because as I understand it, unless it's like super hot lava, lava is not liquidy. It's a very thick consistency, almost like, you know, a really thick kind of mud.
Like cake.
Yeah, if you prefer so.
I do now. I wonder if I still got some left.
So, but I've never seen lava that is extremely hot. So there might, for all I know, there could exist lava that's liquidy. Oh, use flash bomb now, immediately, now.
Oh, whoa.
You have to blow that thing up. You're not gonna be able to hop on the ladder that results from that if you don't. You're gonna have to reset. Sorry. Okay, so you can't get there anymore unless you can find some creative way to cheese it. I don't know, you might.
Creative cheese? Oh, okay. Now I gotta try it. Here we go, you guys.
Okay.
Here we go.
I think I have done this before, but you have a really small window here.
Got it!
Yeah, I had my doubts. He's entering there from the bottom, guys. And I'm sure he'll make it out successfully.
That's my middle name.
Sonic games could be memes and they would be good. I mean, Sonic Boom, the show, kind of represents that, doesn't it? At least as far as I can see. Oh, wrong hit. Nice, you got it. Alrighty.
Gold. This is like
Gold?
Aladdin game now. Yeah, look at it. They're like golden.
Oh
like
yeah,
bolts.
they're bolts! I didn't see that.
Look at all of them.
Kinda odd, you can't pick them up then. And there's the only non-gold
I know, right?
bolts, and it's the one that's the most useful to you.
This really is Indiana Jones.
Okay, so you're back right where you were before, and that's the boss, as you might tell.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We were fighting a robot master.
Yeah. See, look how much damage the arrow does. It's crazy. He did 2 hits, and that's like a sixth of his health. Oh yeah, he's invincible right now. Nothing he can do. Nothing he can do either, though, so it's not really much for us to grab. Oh, dash. Yep. Mega Man and Bass and Knuckles. Yeah, I know, right? Gosh, the boss is pathetic in general, but his flame sword, it does not do justice to the attack at all.
Like, when he jumps on the wall, I'm like thinking he's gonna jump all crazy at me like Sigma does at the end of X. But he just falls back
and he
down.
Just brings down a part of the ceiling.
He's like, that's enough of that.
And you know, that's the reason why I do him first in the second set.
Alright, who's he good against?
He is good against the two-headed guy, who I can't remember the name.
Good enough for me.
Searchman, that's it. Aha. I remembered it before the name came up.
See his eyes on the back of his head?
I don't think so.
Ready.
Well, he's got 2 heads. So. One can check
Sure
behind
it
his
does.
head.
Well, I mean, it does look like the head can revolve 360 degrees, so maybe... Oh, there's a thing. Or is there? No, actually, I think it's later on. You can use the Thunder Claw in a lot of places here to, or in this stage, to get to new places. You know, you're gonna look out for those. Yeah, look out for those. There are gonna be a lot of them later on. Oh, and you can burn those thorns away with flame. Not that there's anything there at the moment, but just it's there for experimental purposes.
Oh, this is really short range.
It is, yeah.
Like Flash or Slash Ball is probably bigger than this.
Oh, certainly.
Oh, okay, you get off that really fast.
Yeah, you're gonna have to line those up in certain cases. There's one particular part that is really, really difficult, because you have to line up like 3 or 4, but it's doable. It's a sword, you expect it to be long range?
Almost.
It is kind of funny, you know, you come back from, oh yeah, there's a bolt there, and you got it. Good job.
I think I'm good at everything.
Getting really used to that ball, the Mega Ball.
I'm pretty good.
Okay, yeah, here's where that one section is with all the Thunder Claw circle things. Flame Sword is fun to use. You know, I would go through whole stages as a kid in Mega Man 8 and see how far I could get with just the Flame Sword. And, you know, that was back in the day when I was all like, oh gosh, Zero's the coolest, they should all Mega Man characters using swords. And, you know, I was so caught up in Zero's character and his play style that I was, you know, every time I would find a sword in a game, I would try to find excuses to make it useful. Because that, you know, in most cases, swords wouldn't be useful. Especially if your character was primarily a long-range, oriented character. So, yeah, you're not going to want to go too high here. That room. Actually, stop here. You're going too far now. Blow up that, the guy to the left. Yeah, okay, now keep progressing left. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to do some footwork, some fancy footwork here. Oh yeah, and those birds aren't gonna be fun either.
No, you can't. Alright, you can't go back on the same one you're just on.
You can, but the window's really small. That's a pretty small hitbox. I can tell you an easier way to do this. I wouldn't go as far as you did. I would get the turn, or I would hop over that gap there, jump on the ladder, go left. Yeah, and go up the ladder again. And from here, you can progress pretty easily. You don't need that part just yet. Or you could, but it wouldn't really give you much... Okay, yeah, and from here I would use the tornado hold and get as high up as I can, because there's another circle directly above... Well, it might not be directly above, but it's pretty closely above the circle that you see right there. So yeah, hop on that, and you'll see the circle that you should be getting on after that. Yeah, there's the one you're going to want to get on. So yeah, you see what you have to do here. Just switch back to Thunder Claw, and you have to get the timing right. It's tricky to get used to, but, you know, there's no immediate danger in sight, so it's manageable.
Ooh, did not want to do that.
Oh, you didn't want to do that at all.
Well... should I just go normal, or... Already here again.
I want to say that's the way they want you to do it. But it's kind of hard to imagine that devs want you to hop on a tornado and then switch your weapons while you're on the tornado. But I don't know, that might be what they're wanting. You know, one thing you could do is after you use the tornado and hop on it, switch immediately to Thunder Claw, because your tornado doesn't cancel itself after you switch weapons. Nice. There's the other one. One more. Sweet, you made it.
I don't know.
Alright.
I thought it would just go away. Oh, wait.
Flame Sword run. After you finish Mega Man 8, go on for glory and beat someone using only Flame Sword. I could be Mega Man 1 with, or Mega Man Legends 1 with sword only, except for air battles. I eventually could beat Mega Man Legends 1 with kick only, except for air battles. Wait, what? Only. Wow, that was... I know, that must have taken forever.
It's a 3-hour run, right? Not 3 hours, it's like an 18-hour run, right?
I would think it'd be more than that. I mean... Well, maybe not, because you wouldn't be spending extra hours grinding for special weapon energy. Or for just upgrades in general, I suppose. See, we recorded a video a couple years ago of us defeating Juno with the kick. But I never would have imagined people decided to fight him only using the kick. Stream worthy in the future. What do you say, Josh, to doing a kick-only run of Mega Man Legends in the future? Oh, Splash Mod on Mega Man Legends 1 would be amazing. I've seen, videos of people taking out bosses in a really unique manner with Splash Mine. And, it's from watching those videos that I really came to appreciate that weapon, and, I almost become obsessed with it at this point. So, I always make a point to fight the boss in the water ruins in Mega Man Legends 1. I always make it a point to fight him with the splash mines, because when he dashes at you, his head comes close to the ground, and you can actually attack him with the splash mines at that period of time. Oh, you want to go back for that?
I don't know if I can.
No, you can't use Tornado.
Oh.
You can't do that.
Whatever.
But yeah, Splash Mine's awesome. I use it whenever I can. And not only because it's cheap. Yeah, right! I remember that Blue Metal uses that technique. We actually got a chance to talk to Blue Metal before, after his AGDQ run. We got a chance to... he came on our stream, to our surprise, to our great surprise, and he agreed to chat with us on... well, we were using Skype at the time, about his run. And it was a great talk. He got to talk with us a bit about his AGDQ run and the strategies he used. And it was particularly great because we were playing Mega Man Legends at the time that we were talking with him. So he walked us through some of the strategies he used, and Josh was able to employ some of them, which was really fun. And yeah, he told us about the use of the Splash Mine in his runs. Yeah, and again, he told us about the Grand Grenade strategies as well. Josh was able to he formed newfound appreciation for the Grand Grenade that day.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah. Wish you guys could have Tornado Hold plus Rush Adapter. That'd be fun. Yeah, I remember using the Rush Adapter for that. Okay, what is the time now?
Been going on for 2.5 hours.
2.5. Okay, why don't we stop now?
Alright.
And I'd imagine you're... I mean,
tired.
I can't fathom the possibility that you're not tired after coming home and doing this immediately after.
Yep, I'm pretty pooped, as they say.
Okay. Well, guys, it's getting late now, so I think we're gonna call. But I would really like to return to this game next week if it's possible,
Yeah,
and go through the Mega Man 10 DLC stages.
We just gotta beat the whole thing, beat the whole collection.
That'd be fun. You know, we did it with
we're-
Mega Man 7. Why not do it with the other games?
We're doing it. It's official now. We're doing it.
Okay, get ready for Mega Man 9, Josh.
Yep. I have some news. It's not really news, I guess, but I got I got Marvel's Capcom Infinite and its like, what do you call it? The deluxe edition thing. So I got that. So when that game comes out, we'll be ready to show it off. We'll be ready to show off X and Zero and eventually Sigma whenever he comes out.
What about Dr. Light?
He's not playable. He's just in it.
Aww.
I know. One day we'll get to play as him and he'll say Dr. Wowie. That's all I want to know.
Okay, guys, get on making your voice mods now.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll record every single light line as in that voice, and somebody will mod the files in there. Dr. Wow.
That'd be amazing.
I feel like there was something else that happened recently, but I'm blanking on it now, as I like to do. Let me see. I'm gonna go and.
Yeah, I can't think of anything right now.
Oh, well, the Completionist did his video about Mega Man Battle Network, and we share somewhat similar opinions, but he likes that game, so.
Good show.
Oh, and look, there's a cool little Mega Man shirt right now on the Yee. Hold on, I'm getting that. Hold on. I'm getting this right now. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, 20XX did come out recently.
Oh yeah, it did. I want to say I said it last time, but yeah, it did. It finally escaped early access. So, and it's got a final boss, and yeah, it's pretty cool now. I did stream it on my channel, which is, you know, different. Everything I say is, you know, my opinion, and that does not reflect it from mood in any certain way or anything. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, trying to think of anything else. I don't think there's a whole lot going on in the world, man, right now. But yeah, I mean, again, stay tuned to our page for more information. I think that's about it, unless you have anything else to talk about, Josh.
I'm just double checking on the Mega Man Facebook page if there was anything else. Sometimes they share stuff that I share. No, I guess that
Rockman Corner is a good resource as well.
Yeah, but that one's easier for me because it's right there on Facebook, and I'm very lazy. So,
was that supposed to be understandable?
Yes, it was. Also, I'm really sad there was no glitches this time because I was wearing my. Yeah, I gotta put my webcam for a second because I was wearing my glitchy Mega Man shirt. And
okay, you know, you shared that with me, and I didn't quite know what to make of it.
Because remember, we were playing Mega Man, the Mega Maker, and every stage, like, I kept glitching some way or another.
Oh, so that's the thing.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, I didn't make the connection, and now I feel like an idiot. But I'm glad you clarified that.
Plague One has the shirt. Yeah, it's pretty good. It was from one of the SGDQs. It's like my favorite shirt from the bunch.
Oh, it came from SGDQ. Well, that explains the glitches.
Yep. See. There you go.
That's great.
Yeah, I guess that's it. So I guess we'll be back next time. Oh, next time we'll actually be able to be back Saturday afternoon next week.
Oh yeah, hi Bonkers.
Yeah, she's just hanging out. Yeah, Saturday afternoon next week. We'll finally be able to return to an afternoon slot for once.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
So.
Yeah, well, apologies again for the late stream times.
We like to go crazy.
Yeah, but I'm glad to know we'll be able to do it earlier next week, and sure everyone else will be as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, I guess that's about it then, guys. As always, always a pleasure to stream for you folks and chat with you about what's going on in the world of Mega Man and what's going on in the world of Mega Man games. But yeah, I guess until next time, we'll see you with our continued playthrough of Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. So yeah, guys, catch you next week, and until next time, legends never die.
Legends never die.
Hey, see ya, guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Or what's left of it. I forgot we're doing this on Sunday.
Okay. That's right. You got about, in my time zone, you got about like 50 minutes, so enjoy it while it lasts. Good night, everybody.
See you all.